Welcome back, guys. Here we are with another match, and it's got Disableye, so out comes Disableye. It's a rain team, which is going to pose some problems for these guys. There's only really one poke who can resist rain, and I guess 1.5 if you want to count Blissey, just because Blissey is Blissey. So I'm obviously just going to taunt his lead straight up, which he switched into his Ditto, and knowing that he's copying my moveset, he's taunted, all he can do is struggle. He's going to have to switch, and I'm going to get a burn on something. I don't really know what. I don't really care what. It ends up being a Politoed, which is cool, and it allows me to see that it's not leftovers. So I know it's most likely some kind of choice. I just don't really know what yet. That did a lot of damage, but I've been hit with specs before, and it did a little bit more, so maybe it's timid specs as opposed to modest specs. I don't know, but that's what I'm kind of going with right now. And I predict his switch, however, throwing a Toxic out there. Unfortunately, that retarded ability is completely broken, and therefore you can no longer Toxic Vaporeons, which is just stupid, because that's the best way to kill them is to Toxic them, and that's no longer possible, so that really sucks. I wanted to double check to make sure he was going to throw Toxic as well, which is a very large problem when I cannot Toxic this thing myself, and the only thing I have to resist Toxic is going to get smashed with Scalds in the rain, to which of course he gets a crit burn, by the way. Skarm can't really handle it. Latios doesn't exactly want to get Toxic. Shut up, cat. Shut up, I said. Doesn't exactly want to get Toxic, but he's the only thing that really can take a water... Hey! No! He's the only thing that can really take a water move. And I guess if he happens to get burned, then he's the only thing that can really deal with that too, honestly. So it's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go right for a Thunder. Oh my god, it does a lot, but he gets the Wish off, and I know he's got two things that can come right in and absorb Thunder, in Jolteon and Tornadus. So I switched to Dragon Pulse, doesn't quite work, and now we're at this whole 50-50 thing where what's he gonna do? And this Vaporeon is such a threat, I have to go for it, even though he's probably going to switch. At least in my benefit, if he does switch to one of the two things that will absorb it, they haven't exactly taken any damage yet so far, so it's not a huge deal. I'm not losing any ground, I'm just not gaining ground that way, but I had to go for it to try and kill the Vaporeon. Bliss is going to come in. Bliss is going to try and get a Wish. Work Up kind of scares me a little bit. Thunder hurts, and at this point, I could Protect and gain something, but I'm expecting that to be tremendously obvious and him just using Work Up on the Protect, to which I therefore will end up gaining nothing. So I'm going to try going out immediately to Disableye, thinking he's going to Work Up, and then I can try and give it an Iron Ball, which will allow me to take care of it with either one of my two sweepers, which would be fantastic. I guess 3 sweep... Well, I don't know. Latios probably can't one-hit KO it. So, my 2 physical sweepers, I guess. It didn't work out that way. He ended up just attacking, which is probably better. And then Wish just restores me to full anyway, so, whatever. It works out the same. But, he ends up switching out, and and his Vaporeon gets the Iron Ball instead, which really sucks. Scoring the Iron Ball on, honestly, anything on his team except Vaporeon would have been good on Ditto, Tornadus, Jolteon. Not as much on Venomoth or Politoed, but still better than Vaporeon. So that really, really sucks. And there's not a whole lot I can do about it, because I would have to waste a turn tricking him again just to get it back, and that's not really something I have time to do. At least I am able to taunt it. I'll prevent it from Toxicking something else. But at the same time, there's nothing that can go into it. My 2 physical sweepers would not enjoy a burn from Scald, nor would they enjoy a stab super effective rain boosted Scald in the first place. So I predict a switch, I get it wrong, Latios is dead, but at least it's low enough now where, and it does have the Iron Ball, of course, so that whatever it does come into, even Skarm will be able to Brave Bird it at that point. So maybe having an Iron Ball won't be the worst thing in the world on it. Regardless, he has a Venomoth and he's got a Tornadus, so I have to go with Stone Edge. I know he's going to Protect and See, which makes me think maybe I should start switching around, but no, I need something to take damage. I need that thing dead. And there we go, I got it dead. So his Ditto comes in. I know he's probably going to stick on close combat, but maybe not. If he does predict a switch and go Stone Edge, it's going to change things a little bit. So I don't know if I want to go to Landorus or if I want to go to Sableye. I don't trust it enough to go to Sableye, and it turns out I'm right. It still tremendously hurts, and I was kind of thinking he would switch, but he's not going to switch, so that really freaking hurts. I went for U-turn instead of just killing the thing, which puts me in quite a bit of a bind, unfortunately. I can go to a couple of options, really. I can go to Skarm and set up some Stealth Rock, which are going to be very important. I can go to Sableye and try and burn something, but then if Politoed wants to come in, it doesn't really help me out. But I'm going to opt for Stealth Rock, because normally I don't opt for Stealth Rock, which is one of the reasons I'm going to this time. Tornadus needs damage. Venomoth could use a little bit of damage. If Ditto wants to keep coming in, that can obviously use some damage. It's just beneficial. The move is good for a reason. You guys are aware of this. That's why it's kind of like everywhere. And if you don't use Stealth Rock, it's surprising. So there we go. I get a Stealth Rock. I'm also at 100%, so I know I can't die right here. The fact that he has a Jolteon, a Politoed, and a Tornadus kind of makes Skarm a little bit worthless. His only physical attacker is going to potentially be Ditto. So Skarm is really not going to be that beneficial. I did get Stealth Rock up, so I don't want him to sleep anything else. Skarm is just the best thing for him to put to sleep. And if he doesn't put me to sleep, I can kill him with Brave Bird. That's exactly what ended up happening. He put me to sleep, and now I have a couple of options. I wish I still had my Iron Ball, just in case he wants to start Quiver Dancing up. But really, I think going to Sableye is just about the only thing I have anyway, so I can taunt him and prevent him from getting more Quiver Dances. That is where I go. He does get one Quiver Dance, which is not fun. I no longer have my Iron Ball, which is not fun. I'm still going to taunt him, and he went straight for the attack. I can't take another one. Blissey can't take one. Landorus can't take one. Skarm is asleep, and by the time I wake up, his taunt will wear off. Most likely. I'm not exactly going to stick around trying to have that work. And I guess I could go to Terrakion, but I don't know if he's going to have something else to switch moves with. We're looking at Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, Sleep Powder, and I don't know what his fourth is going to be because I don't know anything about Venomoth, so I don't know if Terrakion is safe or not. And I'm certainly going to be slower if I'm not safe, which is very, very bad. So I ended up just sacrificing Sableye, which I wasn't very happy about, but I knew I'd be faster after that point, revealing that I am indeed Scarfed. And I'm able to kill it. Thankfully it hit. He goes into his guy, which I know now he's going to HP Ice. He could potentially Stone Edge, but I'm predicting HP Ice. And I really don't have any options. Cockatrice is kind of just fodder at this point. Which he ends up going HP Ice. That's cool. I'm able to resist it. He can't put me to sleep anymore, which is cool. I can try and wake up and do something. I'm going to predict a work up and hopefully wake up and just whirlwind it away. He switches to Hidden Power, though, which is a little interesting. Well, sort of, I guess. He predicted a switch, whatever. And then he stays with it, which also is a little interesting. So he didn't... I guess he didn't realize that Skarm for me is kind of worthless. But regardless, I happened to finally wake up surviving and whirlwind him into his own Skarm, well, Ditto, which, considering what he has on his team, this was the best thing to get whirlwinded in. I should have not been stupid, and I should have switched in Bliss or Landorus on that turn. Knowing he can only pick one, he ended up picking Stealth Rock, and this little calculator up there is me deciding if Blissey has enough HP to survive switching in. It does not, which is bad. So Blissey is officially dead now. I had my chance to bring it in, and now I don't. And now it's just a matter of, do I want to sacrifice it now, predicting him to switch? Is he going to stay in here and just use Stealth Rock until I get rid of him? Which unfortunately I make the wrong play there, and that's exactly what happens. He stayed in, waiting for me to blow him out. And that was very unfortunate. What I probably should have done was go to Terrakion, but I didn't want him going immediately into a Jolteon or Politoed, because then I'm just in major, major trouble. So here we go, Tornadus comes in, and at this point it's obvious just to sacrifice Blissey. That's really all I have. He's not going to spend a turn setting up or anything like that, so I really just need to get rid of it. It cannot survive, it is dead. That crit, burn, scald definitely did it in. If it had not had that much damage on it, I probably would have used Protect on the Jolteon a long time ago, despite the fact that it would have used Workup, or predicted to use Workup, to which it obviously didn't, and then it switched to Hidden Power. Blissey would have been totally fine. Instead, my Blissey is dead. My only option here is to go to my Scarfer and fire off Stone Edges or Hidden Powers. I do predict him to go into Ditto, and thus I want to make sure I can kill it by using Hidden Power. And I end up scoring that, which is amazing. I don't know if Stone Edge would have killed it or not, so I couldn't risk it. Plus, I forgot the fact that it wouldn't intimidate me, and I remembered that I probably would have gone for Stone Edge as well. That would have actually been the correct play. At the same time, I couldn't afford anything to miss. I had been fortunate so far with the fact that he let me wake up with Skarm and blow him out to his own Skarm, with the fact that my Stone Edges haven't missed yet at all. I've been very beneficial in those regards. No hacks per se, but no negative hacks outside of the crit burn Scald. So my only sweeper comes in. It's my only option, honestly. Obvious close combat is obvious, and things have been looking really bad for quite some time. He's going to switch in whatever the hell he switches in, to which I have to just fodder Skarmory at this point. The last several turns have all kind of been fairly obvious. There wasn't really a whole lot I could do. My only option here is to stay in, trying to Brave Bird and die, and I really have to just hope Terrakion can handle it. To which, this is exactly why I have Quick Attack here. I'm going to go for Quick Attack. I know I can kill this thing. If I don't go Quick Attack, I can't take 2 hits. If I was Scarfed, I could try it and take 1 hit potentially. I can't take 2. I have to go Quick Attack. He can't 1-hit KO me, so I'm probably going to score it. And boom! Quick Attack victory! Ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome. I was really proud of that. I was in a hell of a bind for half the match, and Terrakion bailed me out there at the end. I didn't know if I wanted to go to Terrakion and start Quick Attacking away first, and then keep Landorus for the potential sweep, or if I wanted to do it in reverse order or whatever, but that's what I decided, and it obviously paid off. It worked out the way I needed it to, and I got the freaking W, which at the end of the day is all I care about. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch it easy, guys. Take it later. Peace.